Hey guys, welcome to Punky's World. Okay, first thing that I have to do is deal with the cake. And I got the idea to use a regular cake actually from Angel and Chris, because that's what they do. We just bake a plain old cake, and that's what they use for this. 3 shortcake. Oops. Okay, 3 eggs, 1/3 of a cup of oil, and a cup of water. Excuse me, guys. Water. 3 eggs, which is right here. Right here. At all. 1, 2. Oh, actually, I think I've shown you this little trick before. My mother's little trick that she taught me when I was little. 3. And my oil. I need to grab some oil. My spray away. Not use olive oil. Use regular oil. Oh my goodness. Push that in there. And as I was saying, before everything goes down, don't use olive oil in cake. It will not taste good. Canola oil will do. 1/3. And I only use water in this, so I'm going to need that for over there. And we mix. At least I remembered the eggs this time. Okay. There's, I'm going to make sure I get all the powder off the bottom. There we go. Okay. I'm going to come over behind you. There you go. All right. Sit that over there. That's not quite preheated. So put that there. Then just preheated. So that was good timing, guys. $3.50 for how long? I'll do about 25 minutes. 20. I always go right in between. Another one of my mother's tricks. Okay, need vanilla extract, so let's put this away. Grab the vanilla extract, shall we? I don't have any more real vanilla. I'm going to use imitation vanilla, which is fine. Okay. I'm doing Dream Whip. However, I'm doing both packages to make sure that we have enough. We have a lot of strawberries. So, whew. So there. That means I have a cup of milk. Whoops. And a teaspoon of vanilla. There's the teaspoon. Teaspoon. Teaspoon of vanilla. And a cup of milk. That in there. And you may think, whoa, wait a minute. But actually, this is kind of a miraculous thing that happens. Oh, it may be helpful if I actually, electricity. That's a miraculous thing too. I'll let that go, and I'll be back. Hey guys, I'm back with nice, stiff peaks. Excellent. I'm just going to leave it right in that bowl. So, I am dicing up the tomatoes. I actually topped them. Took the tops off while the Dream Whip was beating. If you've never seen Dream Whip before, I don't know, maybe it's a New England thing, but this is what it is. Literally, look for that in your grocery store. And you can make whipped cream out of milk. So, now I will tell you that when I was watching Angel and Chris make strawberry shortcake, they dice their strawberries like really small. I don't. I quarter them. I mean, you can dice them, but you really don't need to. And that takes a lot longer. So, I personally wouldn't do it. I mean, obviously, some of the bigger ones you want to cut more. Like this. And I might cut it down because it's big. Like I said, 1, 2 cuts, and 1 down the middle. I was watching, and they were fairly older news stories, but evidently, and I don't know why they do it, but one of them wasn't older, actually. People were putting porn onto kiddie devices, like nude pictures on a Nintendo 3DS. What? Why would you do that? And then trading them in, and they didn't get cleaned. So when a parent bought a refurbished one, he got the surprise of his life. And when his kid said, "Daddy, there's bad stuff on here," oh boy. And apparently, some of the Super NESs that they have that are off-branded ones have some really bad games on them. Like, they've replaced Mario with a racist game, and they have included George of the Jungle naked. I kid you not, naked. I usually only do about 1/4 of a cup. I don't do a ton of sugar. I'm gonna do just a little bit more than that, just because I have a huge strawberries here. Now, what you do is you take your spoon, and give it a mix. And my mother's trick is that you cover it lightly. You leave it on the counter for about an hour, then you switch it to the fridge. Now, I know not everybody does that part, but it was the way I was taught to make it, because it helps it get its maceration on, because it's summer, it's warm. So if you sit it on the counter, things will work faster. So that's why she did it that way. Last thing I need to do is move you over to here. Then, after an hour, you give that a stir. This should do it. Oh, down there. Oh, actually, I didn't have to break those out. They're being cooked. Force of habit. Oh, poop. I'm broken. Okay. Yeah. So, do not buy the off-branded SNES throwback. Because it's not good. And this was from Walmart. First person that went to a Walmart, they didn't immediately take it down as they had promised. And so, because it was from a third-party seller. And so, when a second news station went to them and said, "Hey, this is what you're selling, or somebody is selling on your website," they finally did take it down. The 3DS were bought in 2 different places. One was bought at a Walmart, and it must have been a return that they just reboxed. The other one was bought refurbished from GameStop. And GameStop said, well, we have ways of taking care of that stuff. You know, we don't we generally empty the games and the game consoles before we sell them. Oh, really? Could have fooled me. That the one that was bought from Walmart was clearly a recon. And I've actually seen that at Walmart. I remember we were looking for, these are nice and thin, by the way, a sewing machine. Well, we found sewing machines, but there we go. This has to go in the fridge. Oh, dear. There. You right there. Perfect. And my strawberries right there. Ready to go. And I'm not going to put the pizza together because all I'm doing is putting these on the pizza. That's big. Putting these on the pizza and throwing it in the oven. So I'm gonna wait on that because the bread's in the oven. The cake is in the oven. I have to let the cake cool, which I'm going to dump it onto. To cool. You know, once the pan cools enough to handle, I'm gonna undo the pan over the parchment. So, but you know how to do that. So, I am losing battery, which is irritating to me. And I'm gonna get ready to empty this out, put new dishes in it, and turn it on. And I'll start watching SummerSlam. Thank you so much for joining me. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow. Please subscribe and comment. Again, thank you so much for being here.